I'd like to call to order the February 21st Recreation Meeting. Members that are absent are Councilman Aaron Lawler and Councilman Dempsey Lambert. Other councilmen are present. At this point, we'll stand for the invocation and prayer, led by Councilman Oliver Joseph.
Our hat, dear Lord, bless this great parish, great state, also this great country. Also bless all the armed forces service members, oh Lord, and bless all the young kids today who is voicing their opinion that they have. Thank you. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to remind the public, if anyone who wants to speak, to fill out a public comment card and bring it up to me, and we'll go ahead and get you called on whichever agenda item you would like to speak on. With that, we'll go to agenda item number 4, the Director's Report by Director B.J. Romano.
All right. Another couple of busy weeks going on with the rec department. Report for February 21st. Ooh, we just all went out. All right, there we go. Getting in the swing. West side, little improvements. I think last year, maybe about this time, they had a tornado run through over there. Tore up our little fairgrounds parks over there. Tore both batting cages that we had set up out there. So they've been without, the whole facility's been out without since. So, but we actually partnered up with the Ascension Catholic Boosters over there. They donated the actual piping that we needed for the place, and crew went out there. We weren't informed. I guess I'm not 100% familiar with Donaldsonville history, but there was a public swimming pool. It just happened to be right where the batting cage was at. 3 feet down, we hit concrete, but we partnered up with DPW, everybody else, pulled together, and was able to get through it, knock it out, and it came out really well. Staying on that side over at Lala Park, the historic park over there, we had an outdated backstop. It was in disrepair. We replaced it, upgraded, put a cinder block wall up, way more durable, adds character to the historic park, and modernizes it as well. We know Ascension Parish, baseball, softball is big, and all that's about to kick off. The recreation crew's been busy preparing for opening day. We've been upgrading, getting fields game ready. Fields have been reworked, bases realigned, new dugout roofs, everywhere that's been needed. With baseball, especially on the east side, it's busting at the seams. Paula Park is usually strictly T-ball, along with then we roll over with baseball in Stevens Park and Santa Park. But in the younger age group, we had so many in that deal that we had to take 2 fields, lesser literal use fields at the Paula Park, and actually turn them into full blown baseball fields over there. And proud to say that again, my crew did all the labor. And we actually upgraded it with recycled materials from some stuff we took from Donaldsonville, some stuff we had left over, or scraps and stuff we had that was still all very well from other projects we did. Back on the west side again, baseball, softball, T-ball is cranking up over there. Their registration is about to kick off now. We're moving into one parish, one league. The Ascension Baseball Committee has taken over West Side Baseball. And like I said, registration is cranking up right now. I believe online's open now, and they're going to have some in-person registrations going on. And like I said, all that's kicking off now. Basketball's winding down. The West Side season completed a couple weeks ago. AYBA is nearing completion in early March. Soccer is kicking off, and we'll have a soccer representative speak today to give you a little bit more information later on. But spring registration is rolling through, and they've kicked off at the soccer complex over there. And with that concludes the director's report.
Any question by Councilman Joseph?
Yeah, BJ,
Yes, sir.
explain to me how the baseball gonna run with the baseball association for the parish. If I'm understanding that your baseball East Side League gonna run or work with West Side, how is that gonna work?
Well, it's formerly the East Side League. It's Ascension Baseball Committee. It's the whole parish. So it's not really. It's not East Side, West Side. It's the whole parish.
Once again,
Right.
I just want.
Yeah. I got, so I'll tell you, so our head guy, Byron Borderline, has been running East Side for years and done a great job over here.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna incorporate it and run it just the way the East Side has always been ran. Like I said, one parish, one league is what we're trying to incorporate too.
Uh-huh.
Now, being this is the first year, and then things are a little different just because the facilities there's not as many, and then not as many participants over there, so their sports overlap, and you got to have a little time in there for one to end, the next one to begin. So it starts a little bit later, a few weeks later than the East Side program. So he's trying to get to those hoops now because they run on the East Side with a different association that's been on the West Side. So we're not going to force feed anything down anybody's throat. So we're the same, but it's run. They're going to keep some of their same associations and stuff like that. And we're going to blend some of it, and some of it's still going to be separate, as we ease into it. We will, again, one parish, one league. We are looking into having interleagues, so the leagues will play each other, and making it where we're not making somebody drive 5 times across the bridge either way. It's each team will cross one time. Simple as that. It's how we plan to do it. Of course, got to wait till we get numbers to get everything officially done. But like I said, the group on this side's done it so well for so long, and like I said, he can take over it and slowly try to, he's going to blend both of them because there'll be some changes on the East Side too to accommodate both sides. Like I said, it's going to be a win-win. Byron's done, things so well for so long, so like it's really a big time plus for that happening.
Okay. I like that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Because my question is, Brian, you're talking about? I think I know Brian.
Byron.
Yeah, Byron.
Yeah,
Okay.
you spoke to him before.
Now I'm gonna ask you this question here: How much do Brian get paid for doing this?
Right. He's same thing, the same scheduling fee that everybody else gets. So, and again, it's one league.
There's
so.
no special contract. It's it's just a set fee that we've been doing for
Yep. For
6,
as
7 years long
now,
as I
8,
can
9
think.
years. Yeah, so it's
Right.
same scheduling fee that each president, of each of our organizations get for scheduling and draft. And that way again, those fees are for the work they put in, but it also guarantees us that they follow our guidelines. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't bring a separate entity in, and tell them how to do stuff,
Okay.
But, so that's how we put them there all underneath our umbrella, and that's how it works out. So.
All right. Okay. My other question was Paula Park. You're saying they growing over there. Do they have some land available over there to expand that park over there, maybe for sale, or
Yeah, some land has been looked into to see about it. I believe DMC was involved in all that, and it's been talked back and forth and so on. But it's really it's the league itself that's expanded so big. But the park, kind of like Butch Gore's been girls park. Stevens Park is boys baseball. Paula Park's always been T-ball. It's co-ed T-ball, and T-ball got so big that this year we separated T-ball, and it's no longer. Well, there is a co-ed in there if you want to, because we weren't gonna. If you were on a team the year before in co-ed as a girl or a kid, and you wanted to be on that same team, you can still be on that team. But we do have now at Butch Gore, we're moving girls T-ball over there for ones that want to play girls only. So with that opened up one field for them to move over some of the overflow, because the Stevens Park was busting the seams with the younger kids. And it was 2 fields over there that were used, but only used sparingly, because we have 6 fields over there. So, so then we upgraded the one, and we actually got a request to upgrade a second one over there, so.
Okay. And my last question is, do you have an update on the property that we was looking for, the soccer field on the west side?
The update, only thing we have on it is engineering sent some stuff back, and they gave us 2 proposals on what to buy, but then one, the main one includes the actual road, and we don't have any use for the road,
Right.
But then when he comes back with the acreage on that, and you eliminate the road, it brings it way down, and then the price that they still want for that, it's kind of, that's kind of still being tossed and turned to see if it's worth doing, but we're still, it's all still being looked at. So.
Okay. All right.
That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah. BJ,
Yes, sir.
I talked to you prior to the meeting. Thank you very much for everything, by the way. We have some inherent issues at the Santamore Park. And I'm going to be up front. I'm going to request that the Recreation Department and the administration look at putting some swing gates to lock the Santamore Park,
Yes, sir.
and administrate that to where that park is locked after the ball game's in. I think it's around 10 o'clock or so. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest in front of God and everybody, it's something long before you got there. We had issues, so now we still have issues that without locking it, I don't think we can control it. We have people out there that are vandalizing the park, and not to say they don't vandalize other parks, but they're vandalizing the new playground, fairly new playground equipment you got. Out there with vehicles, cutting up and tearing up the grounds at night. People congregating. Probably within the last week and a half. As you know how the park is laid out, you drive in, you're gonna get to the place where we put lights in the front area, close to the front field, in the tree area where people can go to the little playground. Somebody drives up in a car, and they mess around for a little while, and they go drop a bag in the porta-cam right there. They park there, and then about half an hour later, somebody else drives up, and they drive past them, and they go to the back. And then so when they go to the back, and they swing around the back and go around back there, and they come back where the other car leaves, and that one that came turns in and goes park and walks around, smokes a cigarette and all, and then kind of scurries over to the porta-can and picks up the bag and gets in their vehicle and leaves, you know. Looks like a drug drop to me, okay? Maybe Secret Santa, I'm not sure, you know? And, we have a good community. Our neighbors are not scared to get involved, so we naturally have some neighbors that go back there. We have to go back there and turn off the lights that are left, not necessarily by the league guys, but by people that just go back there and turn on the lights and mess around, do whatever they do, all times of the night. And when people are cutting up and, doing crazy things, the sheriff's office has been called out there many a times. And, some of our neighbors will go, talk to them and try to tell them that, to not do that here and stuff. They get cursed out, they get threatened. So I'm asking that we work out something to put a set of gates on that park. You have a facility back there, you got offices back there, you got equipment back there. So there's a lot to be harmed. It's not just an idle park with a couple playgrounds and a baseball field. So I know I watched that you guys are there at 6 in the morning probably. Some of you first guys, y'all get in at 6 to 6:30 in the morning, and there's no reason why it can't be locked up at night. It would just save the sheriff's office, save the community a lot of abuse back there. I'm scared that one of our neighbors, because our people have been in the community forever, so they're going to go tell somebody something. I'm sure every park in every community has that same thing, that something bad's going to happen. Long before you got here, a little over 2 years ago, we had a shooting back there. Not necessarily gang violence. Some people brought their fight to over there, and they thought they was going to go play with each other, and somebody pulled out a gun and started shooting back behind the recreation building. So I'd appreciate it if y'all consider heavily getting gates. You need help with that physically or financially or something, you need somebody to sponsor that, you let me know. And I'd appreciate that.
Yes, sir. We were well aware of most of the problems. Mainly, you brought up some a little bit more serious problems that we know happen at nationwide, all kinds of parks, and we definitely want to look into logistics of that. Simple solutions if possible, and then whatever we can do to definitely eliminate. Like I said, I myself have caught multiple people back there, tearing stuff up as far as with their vehicles and stuff like that, and each time we've called the cops on them, and and even though it's sometimes it's kids being kids, but eventually enough's enough. So pretty much we put a rule out, well, we started simple, is everyone got called in, they basically got scared straight, and had to come do some service work for us. That didn't curb it all the way. Next time now if you get caught, we call the cops and you're banned from the park. So that means next time you're going to jail,
Yeah.
And then, it's slowed down a little bit, but as far as just the vandalize as far as with your vehicle stuff. And if it increases, then it's going to be automatic. You're going to jail every time, But yeah, we're going to look into the logistics of that. This is just only knocks on it with that is weekends, because we don't have anyone that works the weekends, as far as getting that gate and then having an employee that can do it at night. But it's all logistics we can look at, there's always, if there's a will, there's a way, and there's always a way to figure it out, And I'm all for it. I got several parks, that I think more lighting and gates would definitely help out, Again, Yeah, I've got some guys, you know, that do good work, you know, and they take pride in their park and they keep it clean, it gets ready, and and they come back the next day and, you know, just trash cans are kicked over, stuff's been spray painted, you know, stuff like that. And again, it's not an Ascension Parish thing, it's a state/nationwide thing everywhere, you know,
Yeah.
so, but yeah, I mean, I'm all for it as far as, you know, getting logistics and trying to line it up and see what cost-efficient method we can do to do it. And like you said, you know, we love neighbors getting involved, but we also know how society is today. And, you know, the wrong thing is said and things escalate in a hurry, you know, that we don't want, you know, and like, again, it's our park, it's for our kids, and, you know, I want it safe, and we don't want that type of stuff going down at any time during the day, so.
Well, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, y'all do a good job. I appreciate all the work at Butch Gore. I know that's an overwhelming park with all the girls' league and everything. So there's a lot of good hard work goes in by you guys and the league in there.
Right.
And Mr. Joseph answered one of my questions to talk about the greater need in the Paula Park area sometimes. And I thought I've been here for a while, so I thought they had some more land. And maybe they don't, you know, so some more land available there. But other than that, thank you very much. Appreciate all the work that all you guys do. And you're right, the people that take care of those parks take pride in it. And y'all walk in every morning, or not every morning, but some mornings with the same disgust that the
Right.
neighborhoods around those have.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it. Thank you. That's all, Mr. Chair.
With that, we'll go to agenda item number 5, change order number 1, Frank's Hotel Kitchen.
Screen back up. As a change order, Miss Amy Johnson was supposed to make this report, but she couldn't make it tonight, so I'm going to jump in on it real quick. We had a change order, Frank's Hotel Kitchen. It's in the amount of $1,090. The added amount to it was they needed a 220-volt service and a larger breaker, basically for the on-demand hot water deal, which is another modernization they did over there to upgrade it. So that's what the extra $1,090 was for.
Okay, make a motion to approve this, change order.
Second.
Motion to approve the change order by Councilman Joseph, seconded by Councilman Kluat. There's nobody here to object, so the motion passes. With that, we'll go to agenda item number 7, the Hillerville Park update.
Yeah, you skipped the.
Missing.
Substantial
sorry.
completion.
Go to number 6, substantial completion, Frank's Hotel Kitchen.
Right. So now with the change order, you know, being approved and everything, it's at far enough along for substantial completion. We're asking for that on the project. Itself was budgeted at $89,000. It's you know, it's pretty much, you know, completed now, and it came in under budget with a final cost of $86,300, which includes the change order that we just approved. So we are asking for substantial completion on that.
Okay, I'll make the motion for, substantial completion on Frank's Hotel Kitchen, and I have a question for you, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second that.
Got a motion by Councilman Joseph, seconded by Councilman Kluat. No objection, the motion passes.
You got a
Councilman
question?
Joseph.
You gotta get the question
Oh, I'm
first.
sorry.
BJ, on Sotel, Pavilion, we requested, back to add some extra outlets on the outer poles, under the pavilion, because they had some event, the city had some events under there, and they didn't have enough electricity on the outer pole. They wanted, 2, 50 amp or 40 amp breakers or whatever. They wanted 2 of those and some added on some 120s on.
Right.
Now, we requested that at least 2 years ago, when they had the 4th of July.
Right.
And it hadn't been done. I don't know if you up this.
It actually hasn't, I mean, you know, it hasn't been brought to me, but I mean, you know, just
Okay.
from first I'm hearing about it now, I mean, it's definitely a good idea. So something that we'll definitely get the ball rolling on. It should be,
Okay.
again, another upgrade and cost efficient and,
It's
you know.
just because we have some little money left over in there.
Right.
That's the other reason. And my other question is, we've been, in-house, I've been talking to people, not you yet.
Right.
This is the first time it's coming to you. Some of the centers have some weekend workers that, you know, basic keep up with, like Oak Grove
Right,
Park Center when they opened that up and ran it out. And
Right.
I think,
yeah, we have a couple part-time
Mr.
employees.
Brown Center had one too.
Right,
That facility right there, we don't have an indoor facility. This the only facility we have in the parish on the West Bank. Can we look at doing a part-time worker when they have an event there to make sure it's cleaned up and everything?
Right.
Because I normally get phone calls.
Yeah.
And I'm about tired of getting that phone call.
took it. So we actually did hire a part-time employee for the West Side.
All right.
Mr. Charles Dupart, and, you know, part of his work detail, we did instruct him when there is an event going on there for his hours to work, so he can do that. So that's actually already in place.
Okay.
I'll make sure all those procedures are being followed, but yeah,
All right.
he actually is supposed to be doing that over there, so,
All right. Well, okay, you know, took care of that. Thank you, BJ.
all right.
You on it.
Councilman Kluart.
Yeah, BJ, I got a quick question for that. Mr. Joseph might answer it better. He made the statement, but we got a little money left in this. What was the budget for this?
It was
90.
a total of 89,000. So we came in, you know, like, yeah, we came in, you know, just a little bit under 4,000, you know, ahead, or 3,000 ahead, so.
So it was like 92?
No, under, we
No,
came under.
under.
The project was budgeted at 89, and it
89,000.
actually completed at 86,390.
Okay, I apologize, I see
Yeah.
it now. I don't have any backup information with me that I've seen. But, okay, so when you're talking about going out and put 40 amps and stuff, and OJ, you talking about 110 power?
No, they wanted something for like they have
Right, it's like
these
we have the big
festivals,
fairs and
some of these
festivals, you have-
these vans come out there and looking
Yeah.
for an extra.
Yeah, you have that, they have, you know, when they have the fairs and stuff like that going on, then you have this, you know, basically you have like booths, like food booths that need
Yeah.
bigger, you know, bigger stuff like that. Again, like I said, with that, convenience factor, but the main thing is, hey, that they're renting a facility from us, and that's a plus. You know, we don't want to
Yeah.
have an event come to town and
Okay.
decide that, well, we can't run our stuff. So, you know, like I said, and like you said, with the extra money there, you know,
Good
it shouldn't
deal.
be an issue.
Okay, and Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Oh, BJ, we definitely have to look at the rental fee of Sotil
Right.
Pavilion. So
Yeah.
next meeting, can we have we can get together and look at that so we can propose that?
We've been looking at it, and we just want to get it set and get an ordinance made and ready to roll, so.
Okay, great.
With that, we'll go to agenda item number 7, the Hillaryville Park update.
All right, so another thing that's been spearheaded by Amy Johnson, and I'll speak on it again, Hillary Park itself has been contracted out with Myers Engineering Company. It's been signed, so all that's ready to roll. Had probably earlier, well, towards the end of last year, the property itself was too low, so like anytime it rained, the water just sat there. So before we put buildings and all kinds of stuff out there, it needed some dirt work done. Half of it was already done. And the dirt work itself will resume, which will include the backside of the property as soon as the weather can cooperate with that. So Myers will be at the next recreation meeting, and they'll speak more on the topic itself. So
And is the parish itself bringing the dirt out there?
yeah, the first phase of it was 100% parish. They I guess they did some kind of canal dredging or something behind the actual subdivision itself. After the floods, and so all that we basically we basically reused and stuff, recycling. So, and DPW and all them took care of the first thing. So, and the second phase is starting. They're going to be doing that too. So,
Okay, all the dirt's gonna be parish-owned dirt already.
should be. Yep.
Councilman Joseph?
BJ, I know you're not on it, but what is the timeline on completing this project? I mean, I know you came here,
Right.
it was a disaster, but I've been here a long time
I've been waiting on it.
and been waiting on it, and I don't want to see Mr. Bartlett come here.
Huh? Right.
Now, one more time, okay?
Yeah.
So we can have an estimated timeline, get with Myers, try to, y'all figure out what is
Right.
the time frame for this thing?
Yeah. Like I said, next time they'll speak about it. There's a certain note, but it's kind of like it's the groundwork right now, so it looks really, really slow. but like basically that once that dirt work is laid, Myers and everything is bidded out and ready to roll, then once it starts, construction starts, then it's just gonna fly. So I know from the outside looking in, the community, that they drive by every day, and all they see is a patch of dirt out there, and they seem like, man, it took us long to get that, but we'll say that once that next section is done and construction actually starts, which is all gonna happen within this year, it's gonna fly, then it's gonna fly then. So buildings go up in a hurry, playgrounds have already been ordered, and all that'll be ready to rock and roll, so.
Now, as far as the actual construction of all the items at the park itself, are we gonna do it as a parish ourselves, or you said we're gonna bid that out?
We're gonna bid out, obviously the big pavilion, the stuff like major construction, We did, there was already a fairly new playground system on site. We looked into having the company come remove it for us and this and that. And the price was substantial. We were like, well, it's just taking the playground system down. So we did, recreation workforce, we did take it down and we have it all stored. And it's in the air because we do have, in the budget, we put in for like 4 or 5 more playgrounds in there. So originally we would say, we'll go ahead and put it back up ourselves too. But within the budget, it's been approved already that we may just go ahead and go brand new over there with that. And then because we have many of our systems that need a little bit of repairs, this, that, and the other. So then we may take the parts from the one we did take down and then use it throughout other spaces to upgrade those and get those back in shape. And that we will do ourselves in-house, so.
My follow-up question is, I know the dirt work is not completed yet. So why haven't we did the bid for the company that's gonna do the pavilion yet? Can we do that while they're doing the dirt work?
No, I mean, you want the whole thing, so you can get all your utilities and everything set in there. And then, so again, they just got, Myers just signed a contract the other day, for engineering and planning purposes and all that. So, but like I said, it will, the dirt work itself, when the first phase did it, it only took a month, It took a month and then they had to shut down, to go back to some other stuff. 'Cause again, we were using our own in-house people who have stuff to do themselves, so. And then once everything, because you were involved in it yourself, the plans itself were for a more minor deal, and then we decided to go ahead and let's go ahead and do it right, and went much bigger. So then we had to get there and get more people involved on that, so. But like, as we say, as construction goes, you'll drive by, an empty lot for a house and it's just an empty lot for a long time. You'll see some dirt work get done and still you're like, man, it's gonna take years. But the next thing you know, once they start building, it starts rolling in a hurry, so.
Yeah. I got a quick question. It's kind of along Mr. Turner's lines. So you said Myers has just signed a contract, so we just signed a contract with Myers?
Right, well, was it Myers?
It's
Yeah.
Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Myers Engineering.
right.
And what is the scope of their task? They're going to design?
I believe so that they're gonna.
They're going to do project management? They're going to follow?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. They're not the actual ones constructing,
No, I know they don't construct, so yeah, that's gonna go out for bid, somebody else will construct it. So has it been designed? Do we know what the final product's gonna look like?
That Johnson probably could answer that better, but I don't believe everything, no
It
final is
changed.
set.
Huh?
It changed.
Yeah, it changed, so no finals been
It
set.
all changes. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, like I said, Amy
Okay.
Johnson is the project manager for the deal, and she has more, like I said, that's why we went ahead and put them, they will be here.
Yeah, I
for the
just
next
wanna
meeting.
know where we
So-
stand and if they still hanging on, it's kinda like, it's like, hang around till they become family. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right, yeah.
Show up for supper every night.
Yeah, yeah.
So is there a design that's been agreed upon, the final design, and, because that has to be to go out to bid.
Right, like I
Yeah,
said,
it was a-
Not unless you're gonna go out in phases, you're gonna go out with a building, then you're gonna go out with something else,
I could take that part of the question. There
Go
wasn't
ahead.
an agreement on how the design will be. Initially, it was gonna be a smaller pavilion, and after some discussions,
It's gonna be a big
it's gonna be
pavilion,
a bigger pavilion, yes.
a big
A
pavilion.
big pavilion, correct.
That's how it all starts,
A bigger pavilion.
right.
Starts with a pup tent and a porta can, But I'm just saying, I'd just like to see, where's the end? Because I'm with Councilman Joseph, sure, he and I have been around a long time, and Councilman Turner's been here for a while. And there's a lot that's been focused toward this that has never taken place. So
Right.
Right.
I'd like to know what's going on out there and what
Right.
what
Like-
you're
like
gonna
we said,
build,
yeah.
and
Like I said,
because for
definitely not, kind of like.
it's
kinda like
been my
Councilman-
history that it has to be designed.
Right.
And so you gotta know what you're gonna build before you can
Right,
go out to
right.
bid for it.
Like I
So-
said, kind of like Councilman Joseph and his rock wall is, got settled there forever, for years and never got moved. And, You know, I got here and we got it moved in a hurry, you know, so now,
Yeah.
again, not all progress is super fast, you know, but like I said, that thing, mainly because it changed, you know, so it slowed down a little bit, but, you know, it's like, I said, it's already been started. And like we said, they'll be here the next meeting, and then every single amount of information that needs to be known will all be out there. Like I said, I can guarantee nothing's final yet, you know what I'm saying, as far as agreed upon, you know, stamp that let's get rolling with it, because if that's the case, we'd already be rolling with it, you know, but it's all in the final stages of it, so.
Yeah.
Within the last, you know, I mean, I can tell you within months, you're gonna see a whole lot more improvement, so.
Thanks, sir.
With that, we'll go to agenda item number 8, the soccer field sponsorship by Jazz Trailer.
Good evening, gentlemen. I had emailed out a sponsorship agreement potential with the parish and NTR, and I wanted to, you know, kind of meet with you guys to get approval, as long as y'all are okay with moving forward with this agreement. Sorry, Councilman Kluwat, I did not know you were on the committee at this time, but I briefly explained it to you prior to, so I'm here for any questions that you may have about that deal.
Councilman Kluwat.
Yeah, real quick, can you give us the cliff notes for the audience, for everybody watching and everything? So what size deal is, how long it is, and
It's for a field naming rights deal between the parish and NTR, National Toilet Rentals. It is worth $10,000 to the parish and in kind. They will be supplying porta potties at the soccer complex and at the pond location on Lamar Dixon property, and they will be servicing those at no charge to the parish. And for any events coming through that will need extra porta potties, they will have to rent them through NTR.
so 100% of the sponsorship is in-kind services?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Councilman Joseph.
Yeah, Jazz, I don't have a problem with the in-kind, but how does recreation, and I'm just, I remember your boss telling us, for sponsorship, he can get $1,500 and for every soccer field banner and everything, and parish recreation would collect that money. But, you're doing a $10,000 in-kind house. Where the parish benefit anything off of that one there? Recreation. I'm not saying parish, just parish recreation.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we was looking for some of those revenues to come back to
You've
us.
got some come to you. For this particular one, where you're going to save is actually there's 4 porta potties currently at the restrooms that are no longer accessible by the pond in the green space area that you currently pay monthly for. They are replacing those and are going to service those at no charge. So you will be saving money from the porta potties that you're already currently spending with. And then this is for a 1-year deal with the potential of a rollover to a 5-year contract with monetary value associated with it. Essentially, the way it works right now is they're a new company. They want to get into the parish to do business, and we've done a few things with them already. And it's a little difficult to write a $10,000 check right out the gate. So that's something they wanted to see, if they can work into that. To your point, I do have a couple other sponsorships that have been sold that we're waiting for signed contracts and checks to come in that you will collect for.
Okay.
Councilman Kluwat.
Yeah, I'd like to make the motion for that, and I do rent porta cans on contract basis and stuff like that, and if the numbers you're talking about, it's the service is well beyond the $10,000 per year.
Absolutely.
So let's just make sure it's good service.
Yes, sir.
With that, I make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Kluwat, second by Councilman Joseph. Without hearing any objection, motion passes. With that, we go to agenda item number 9, the soccer update by Bobby Caldwell.
Good evening, Councilman. Thank you very much for your time. I'm just here this evening to give you guys a general overview of what's currently going on at the soccer fields. The 2017-2018 soccer season has been a good soccer season for Gonzales Soccer Club. We've almost reached our highest registration count that we have ever had. So it's been a good soccer season with regards to that. It's also been a good soccer season because we've had our highest retention of recreational soccer players ever recorded. So recreation, this is why we do it. The soccer club has invested a substantial amount of money, not just in maintaining the current integrity of the soccer fields, but improving them also. We have spent a lot of money so far with more to be spent in the future also. In August of 2017, almost all of our competitive coaches and academy coaches received their CPR AED first aid license. That was followed up then by paying for an AED machine with soccer club money, and we installed that over at the soccer fields. This isn't just a life-saving machine for the soccer club. This is a life-saving machine that everybody can then use on the Lamar Dixon grounds, whether it be flag football, who are going to use it, whether it be an event over the summer. It's there for everybody. The reason why we only did the competitive and the academy coaches, because right now it's not feasible to get every single one of our recreational coaches registered for first aid also. Since last October, when we moved out to the soccer fields, the first tournament that we ended up holding was the State Recreational Cup, which was sponsored by Target. The State Soccer Association gave us great feedback on the new complex, and they were really, really impressed by it. Further events that we then held were high school soccer tournaments over the winter season. They had a great experience out there, and they're also wanting to come back with more high schools. So hopefully we should see more high school tournaments out there over the winter. I've been personally communicating a lot with Michelle Tomplay. She's been great so far. She's been getting back to me on a real quick, timely basis if there's ever been any issues out of the soccer fields or anything. And I know that the club president, Jared Moss, has been in contact with Mr. BJ Romano a lot. So everything right now, communication-wise, between the soccer club and the parish has been really good. We had an event a couple of weekends ago that couldn't go ahead, unfortunately, because it got rained out. It was an ultimate frisbee tournament. We've been helping them for a while now to try and find a reasonable insurance price that they could then use the complex for. Unfortunately, like I said, it got rained out, but we are looking to bring Ultimate Frisbee back later on this year. So hopefully that'll be something we can look forward to also. We've had some teething problems. It was to be expected, especially with the irrigation, but Mike Lorio has been fantastic. Whenever I've reached out to Miss Michelle, she's then been straight onto Mike, and Mike's been able to get down to the soccer fields nice and quick. So it's been a 24-hour turnaround on a lot of our issues, which has been great. Parking's slightly tight. We're currently working on that with our overflow parking space. And we've also got some water currently holding in between the parking lanes. But both Mr. BJ and Miss Michelle, they know about that, and they're working towards that also. Tuesdays and Thursdays are our busiest nights. It would be great if you guys could head on down on a Tuesday or Thursday night and really see the impact that it has had, not just for the kids, but also for the parents who are able to drop everybody off at one complex. It's really helped them out a lot. And moving forward, we're thoroughly looking forward to working with Kyle and Jazz. Their communication has been great so far as well. Keeping in contact with future events that we're looking to bring this summer, next fall, and in the following years. And we're also looking forward to working alongside Parish Recreation also. They've been great so far. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions.
Councilman Kluwat.
Yeah, thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it. I've been out there at least two times.
Oh,
when
good.
you had pretty good, didn't have a packed house, but you had a decent.
Oh
amount
yeah,
of
now,
people
now
out there.
that recreational season's starting,
Yeah.
it started to fill up
I
last
know
night.
I've sat through many a winter one out there in shorts with my children. You said that you've got a record number of participants.
Yeah, one of our highest
What is
recorded.
your total within your whole organization
Within everything,
of participants?
so we do everything over a soccer season, which is fall, winter, spring, summer. It was close to 1,500, which is really good considering 2 years ago we had an age group change, which was enforced by the US Soccer Federation. When there ever happens to be an enforced change by the US Soccer Federation, soccer numbers go down. But fortunately, we're in a strong place right now, which is
But
good.
they generally recover too, sometimes.
It depends if you work hard to recover or not.
Yeah. You said that y'all put a decent amount of money into maintenance and improvements.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any dollar figures with that or what?
So right now, currently, estimations by this July it'll be around 50,000, and then by the end of the year it'll be close to about 100, give or take 10.
Mhm. Good deal. On the high schools, are you getting are you getting good cooperation in the high schools and all that? Now,
Yeah, the between the high schools is good. It's mainly just logistics, just how we can move everything around for the goals that they need. Apart from that, it's good. High schools are great working with us.
yeah. So you got enough equipment to be flexible between the different age groups?
We-
I know the field moves, the goals move, everything. so-
Until we get asked for something in the future, and we might realize that we don't. Yeah, right now, based upon our past events and our current events that we know we're going to be hosting this season, we are good to go.
Good deal. You said the Frisbee guys, the folks were, you talking about the insurance, you said?
Yeah, so they
Because-
were having issues with the insurance package that they were trying to find. So we wanted them out there. We wanted it to be a good deal for them.
Yeah, multi-use complex.
Yeah, so we managed to find them a really competitive insurance price that they ended up
Yeah,
receiving.
yeah, I know Kyle and Jazz, they lease out different areas for different events, and almost everybody either has to be insured or pay for the insurance one way or the other. So, I don't know, they may have some options there,
Yeah, I
for the
think
guys
when
that
we
just,
were-
they
yeah.
can lease your place for 2 days or
Yeah.
for single events, not necessarily seasons, but, for single events and things like that. So
Yeah,
they should be able to give you a little update on that, because we definitely want people to be able to.
oh,
A
absolutely.
lot of people are shocked, when they leave a total public facility and some of the unmanaged, some of the public facilities around the state and the areas, and they come to an area that's managed and the requirements are there. And as organizations grow,
Yeah.
I watched soccer grow in my generation, and so as Frisbee, whatever grows, there's growing pains and there's a dollar value.
Absolutely.
For
And
maintaining that.
We're still in contact with Ultimate Frisbee, even right now, and we didn't want the tournament to not go ahead over Mardi Gras weekend, but as per our agreement, we've got to uphold the integrity of the playing surface. But hopefully this summer, during the fall, we can bring them in and showcase what Ultimate Frisbee is about for the parish.
Good deal. Thank you, sir.
Thank
That's all
you,
I got,
sir.
Mr. Chair.
Councilman Joseph?
Mr. Bobby,
Yes, sir.
all right, what we gonna do with, what are our plans for the soccer on the other side of the river that y'all was supposed to at least give out some training classes, do something, try to promote it over there? Where we at on that?
It's a work in progress. Yeah.
Work in progress mean next year or the year after or
Could-
this year?
Could be this year. I'd like it to be this year. The soccer club's been ready to go for a while. I'd really like to get the ball rolling. Yeah, hopefully this year.
Okay.
Good question.
Councilman Kluwat?
Bobby, I'd appreciate it on the west side if you can't get a league started or can't get something moving, maybe some exhibitions over there or something.
Yeah,
You may have to play on a football field, a little narrow or something like that,
that's a good idea actually. At the football field on the main road when you go in.
Yeah, I'm sure Mr. Joseph and BJ and them can work with them to get something for some
Yeah,
exhibitions over there, and give some younger kids over there the opportunity to see it in the hometown and
Yeah,
see it
no,
in front of
absolutely.
them and really get into it.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. Thank you for that.
That's all right.
All right, there we did. No further question, we'll go to agenda item number 10.
Motion to
Thank you,
adjourn,
gentlemen.
sir.
Second.
Motion adjourned by Councilman Kluwat, second by Councilman Joseph. Meeting adjourned.